even assuming if there is no TRO,
Excuse me, Mr. Consunhi, please, huwag kayong matulog dito. Please, wala kami binibebe dito. Hindi porket bilyonaryo ka, tutulugan mo kami. Don't do that, pambabastos siya.
Hindi pa ako natutulog.
No, nakita kita, tutulog kayo. Huwag ka. Meron dito mga pinempleyado na napakatagal na. Tapos ngayon tutulugan mo para kayong naging sarcastic dito. Wag, bastusan yan. Huwag mo kami bastusin dito. You don't have the right. Kahit na bilyonaryo ka, hindi ka exempted. Okay? Magpakatino ka. Gumising ka. Dilat mo mata mo. Go ahead, Attorney Maranan.
Thank you, sir.
Bigyan natin ng coffee. Comsec, bigyan natin ng coffee. Anong gusto niya? Black or cream? Okay, bigyan. Para magising to. Go ahead, Attorney Maranan.
We agree with Attorney Garcia that if a title is cancelled and transferred in the name of of the new registered owner, then the annotations on the previous title should be included. In the new title, it should be carried over to the new title. What were the annotations that should have been carried over to this new title of DMCI, of Taguig Land Development? The annotations which should have been included is one, the notice of levy, which was annotated on 16 March 2006, the certificate of sale, which was annotated on 3 June 2009, and I do not know if there was an annotation that there was no redemption on the certificate of sale, and therefore it had become final in 2010. May we know, sir, if those annotations were carried over to the Taguig Land Development title, which is TCT 12619? Those should have been the first annotations on the title.
Can I be given a little time to locate that mother title of 12619? Sir, it got mixed up with the records, Your Honor. It got mixed up, sir. But I have the title of that one too.
You have the title, okay.
So I'm just gonna locate for it.
You have to locate it. For the meantime, while you're trying to locate it, Attorney Garcia.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Attorney Maranan, malapit na tayo rito eh. Parang nababalik tayo sa mga binibigay nilang argumento. To the extent na pati ba naman yung patay, nadadamay pa rito. Bakit hindi na lang po kayo mag-file sa Supreme Court na para mag-issue ng writ of execution at yung dokumentong yon coming from the Supreme Court, ihampas natin sa kanila at wala na silang pwede maitanggi because that document coming from the Supreme Court, hindi na nila pwedeng tanggihan. Can you do that? And
I personally am not counsel of record in that case. So the one who has to file a writ of execution, which frankly, the notice, the entry of judgment says it's executory. So we will coordinate, sir, with the counsel of record. And if the counsel of record is no longer available, then we will enter our plans to fight.
Nagmamatigas nga sila. Gusto ko silang makorner, gusto ko silang makahon, if you will. Para wala na silang reason pang ibigay. Wala na silang iba pang palusot na ibigay. Because they're using that excuse na we need a writ of execution from the Supreme Court. Sinabi nito, tama? Okay. Now, can you not go to the Supreme Court, since meron naman desisyon ng Supreme Court pertaining to this case, sasabihin nyo na, Your Honor, may request a writ of execution dito sa inyong decision. And I'm sure mag-i-issue yung Supreme Court. Once the Supreme Court issue that, then ibibigay natin sa kanila at wala na silang pwedeng idahilan pa siguro.
Yes, sir. My law partner, Attorney Santos, we checked the rules, sir. There is no such thing as a writ of execution in the Supreme Court. A writ of execution is issued by lower courts. So, sir, kaya nga executory na to eh. There is no writ of execution in the Supreme Court. So,
okay, so who should be issuing the writ of execution in this case? The lower court, NRC. NRC, issue, NRC.
Hindi.
Excuse me, Senator Rafi. You have already answered that you already issued
Yes, sir.
a writ of execution. Am I correct?
Yes po, I think it was issued way back 2006
Yes.
pa po yata.
Yes. So, wouldn't it suffice that the lower courts, meaning the NLRC, had already issued a writ of execution?
Your Honor, what they get their entry of judgment from the SC, they get the decision, then they attach their writ of execution. Again, sir, we would really like to oblige immediately, but it's in the processes of the LRA that we have the writ. So they can just...
Mr. Chair, excuse me. NLRC, listen. Mag-issue kayo ng panibagong writ of execution emanating from the latest decision of the Supreme Court, and then ihampas natin dito sa dalawang to. How's that? Para matapos na.
Sige po, dalhin ko po rin sa arbiter na nag-iisip
Exactly.
ng kasong ito.
Gamitin niyo itong desisyon ng Supreme Court, mag-issue kayo ng panibagong writ of execution kasi yung dating writ hindi na ino-honor. Okay? Issue another writ, naka-attach itong desisyon ng Supreme Court, ibigay sa kanila. Now, pag nangyari yun, ano action nyo?
Sir, we will comply with it,
Good!
Your Honor.
Tapos ang boxing.
If I may, Mr. Senator. Ganito po, no, ang nakakapagtaka lamang po, kasi po ang NLRC po,
Sir, excuse me. No, ayokong pahabain na to.
Sige po.
Kinakahon ko na nga sila eh. Ngayon, binibigyan mo sila ng another exit. Reason na para pahabain pa to eh. Siyempre, magsasalita ka, meron silang pangkontra tuwing magsasalita ka, para wala silang masabi pa, sasabihin mo, yes, we will issue a writ of execution base dun sa desisyon ngayon ng Supreme Court at ibibigyan natin sa kanila at kasasabi lang niya, oo. Tapos.
Sige po.
Okay. When can we expect you to issue the writ of execution?
Ang kaso po, itong kasi ay nasa labor arbiter po. So, ipaparating ko po sa labor arbiter ang...
Do you have a timetable for it?
Pagkarating ko po ng opisina, sasabihan ko na po sa kanya. Kagad.
Please inform this committee of
Sige po.
the course of action that you will take.
Sige po.
For the second time, Attorney Garcia, so once
Yes,
na
Your
nakapag-issue na siya ng writ of execution na hinihiling nyo, then tutuparin nyo na
Yes, Your Honor.
na yung pagka-cancel
Yes,
ng
Your
title.
Honor.
Okay, tapos na.
Sir.
Dugtungan mo pa, baka lalo tayong mapapahaba, Attorney Marana. Okay na.
Pwede, sir. Ang fear lang po namin, sir, is kung gumawa po ng alias writ or second writ of execution, baka naman ho, yun ang sasabihin nilang bago at iaakyat na naman ho kung saan-saan.
Okay.
Whereas po, as I understand yung sinabi po ni Attorney Garcia, ang kailangan nila is the original writ, certified true copy,
Okay.
yung notice of judgment, at saka
Okay.
yung decision ng Supreme Court. Bukas na bukas,
that
so
will
pwede na
suffice?
namin yun po yung sinabi, as I understand, sir, what Attorney Garcia said, they need the original writ, the entry of judgment, which we have, and the decision of the Supreme Court, which we have. We can
Attorney
submit
Moranan, if I understand you correctly, there is no need for the NLRC to issue another second writ. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Because my worry, sir, our worry is, alam niyo man ho, ang problema ho, lawyers can be very creative eh. Baka ho yung second writ of execution,
Well, I understand,
ay
I
aakyat na
understand.
naman ho yan.
Yes.
Whereas, kung ang hinihingi lang naman ho, is the writ mentioned here. The copy of the notice of judgment in this case, and the decision. We can give that tomorrow.
Attorney Elizalde, you were asking for a writ of execution that is based on the deliberations a while ago.
If I may, Your Honor, what we are asking for...
Let me finish, Attorney.
Yes, sir.
Nag-issue na ang NLRC ng unang writ of execution. Ang hinihingi mo, sinasabi mo kanina, kailangan ng writ of execution. Ang sinabi ni sabi mo from the Supreme Court. Ang sabi ni Atty. Moranan, hindi nag-i-issue ang Supreme Court ng writ of execution. Alright, am I correct?
That's correct, sir.
So, kailangan ang writ of execution manggagaling sa lower courts. Correct? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Now that NLRC has already issued a writ of execution, wouldn't that suffice? Hindi
wish-
pa ba, ano yan?
Sufficiente yun?
I would wish that that were sufficient, Your Honor. But what we require is a writ of execution from the NLRC based on the decision of the Supreme Court. Pero Mr. Chair, I see the point of Attorney Maranan here. The lawyers of DMCI can be very creative na kapag nangyari yung questionin nila yung bagong rate, hanapan nila ng butas, iakit nila ngayon sa korte na naman, hahaba na naman yung proseso. So therefore, yung na-issue na original na rate, dapat i-honor nyo kasi yung original rate of execution that was issued by the NLRC, when was that, sir?
Ang alam ko po as early as 2006 meron.
2006. Yun yung kasi pinaglalabanan. Umakit hanggang sa Supreme Court. So dapat i-honor yung rate na yun that was originally issued na kung saan nagbigay ng desisyon ng Supreme Court now. That would be, again, Your Honor, that would be against our processes. What do you mean against the processes? We require the rate based on the final decision of the Supreme Court. That will be... Kaya nga final decision. The Supreme Court came up with a final decision from the rate that was issued back in 2000. I cannot change the procedure, Your Honor. What we require is a second rate based on the decision of the Ang Supreme Court. problema nga, na intindihan ko concern ni Attorney Maranan, gagawa to ng mga legal maneuver na para mapapatagal na naman tayo, magpapala naman sila ng mga kung ano ng MR sa korte questioning that second rate.
Your Honor, because there was a case filed and this went all the way to the Supreme Court, so what we are talking about is a second writ. Otherwise, we would become liable ourselves.
Attorney, listen. Yung original rate of execution that was issued back in 2000, yun yung pinaglalabanan, yun yung kinukontest nga nila. Tama? Hanggang sa umakyat sa Supreme Court. Ngayon, sabi ng Supreme Court, tama yung rate na in-issue noong 2000. So, bakit pa mag-issue ng panibagong rate na naman? Nabibigyan niya pagkakataon itong DMCI na gumawa ng legal maneuver na para mapatagal na naman ang kaso.
Sir, what the question there which went to the Supreme Court was not the lawfulness of the writ, but the decision of the NLRC. That is why we require...
Kaya yung NLRC issued already a rate. Go ahead po, Commissioner Nick.
I was about to state po kanina, Mr. Senator, Sir Chair, na ang NLRC po kasi, kahit po naiakyat sa Court of Appeals ang kaso, nag-i-issue po after 30 days paglabas ng entry of judgment ng komisyon ng writ of execution. Opo. Kung wala pong TRO, restraining order, or preliminary injunction, or much more permanent injunction, continuing po yung writ of execution na yun. Ang hindi po namin maintindihan, bakit in the meantime, hindi po ginawa ang pag-execute nung writ of execution na yun, na nagsasabi na i-cancel na yung titulo at ilipat na po rin sa pangalan ng mga nagwagi na mga manggagawa.
Okay, maliwanag na sinabi ni Commissioner Nick daw. Why did you not implement the first writ of execution issued by NLRC?
At saka ang tanong, meron bang TRO? Doon sa
There
rate.
was no temporary restraining order.
Sige, magturuan kayo.
Your Honor, what went up to us was called a consulta as to the registrability of the decision of the NLRC. In consulta number 5208, we agreed with the NLRC that their order is registrable. Hindi ho kami kumontra.
Attorney Elizalde,
Yes, sir.
huwag kang lumayo. Ang pinag-uusapan na natin dito ay yung writ of execution that was issued by NLRC para makancel na po yung title. Ang sinasabi nyo, mag-issue ka ng panibagong rate, disregarding the previous rate, para gagawin nyo na yung tama, para makancel na nga yung title. Ang sinasabi ni Attorney Maranan, binibigyan nyo lang ng pagkakataon, itong DMCI, binibigyan nyo sila ng leeway na para makapag-file ng kung ano ng motion, mapatagal yung kaso. So, meron ng rate na na-issue ang NLRC at hindi question yung rate na yon, hindi nag-TRO, nag-file ng TRO. So lumabas yung desisyon ng Supreme Court patungkol doon sa desisyon ng paglabas ng writ. Then why do you need another second writ?
Your Honor, because...
Sabi mo meron kayong policy.
Yes, sir.
Show us that policy. Nasaan? Show us.
Nasa procedures ho ng...
No, kaya show us that procedure in black and white na nagsasabi na kailangan merong second writ. Show us.
I do not have one with me.
No. No, kung wala ka may pakita, then you're lying to me and I'll hold you in contempt. You're lying. Gusto mo makulong?
Your Honor,
No, sabi mo, huli ka na eh. Sabi mo, that's not part of your procedure. Kailangan mag-issue ng second writ because that's part of your procedure. Where is that procedure? Where does it say doon sa procedure ninyo sa LRA na gano'n nga dapat ang sistema? Show me. Pag wala ka na ipakita, nagsisinungaling ka, pakukulong kita sa baba.
I do not have a copy, Your Honor.
Why?
I did not bring any...
Then call it. Call somebody. Call them. Right now. I'll give you 15 minutes. Make a phone call.
I'll check, Your Honor. Thank you.
Call. Sige. Nasaan yung procedure na yun? Kasi pag may nakapakita ka ganun black and white, then it's a different story. Pag wala ka na ipakita, pakukulong kita sa baba. Sige. Call them.
Hello.
Alright, just turn off your mic, please.
Andito.
Alright, while waiting for the...
Mr. Chair, dapat yung eksakto nakasabi na kailangan may second writ. Kasi yun ang binibigyan palusot eh.
So, Commissioner daw, abogado ka, no?
Opo.
Yeah. So, as far as I understand, during doon sa mga sinasabi mo, no? So, they should have implemented the first writ of execution. Am I correct?
Opo.
Dapat na.
Hanggat
But they
wala.
did not. They did not implement. So, in your case, in your opinion, you do not need to execute another writ of execution
Kung ako po, ang personal
based
ko po na
on
opinion,
the
yes po.
Supreme Court decision.
Personal ko po na opinion, hindi na po kailangan. Kasi kahit po umandar po ang kaso sa Korte Suprema, maaari pong i-implement pa rin yung aming writ of execution. In the
Which they
absence
did
of-
not.
Yes.
Which they did not do.
Yes po.
All right. So, in your own opinion, as a commissioner of the NLRC, you do not need to execute another writ of execution.
Mag-issue po
Mag-issue
ng panibagong-
ng writ of execution. All right. Maliwanag.
Kasi Mr. Chair, nakikita ko, pati itong LRA, pinaikot-ikot tayo. Yung kagalingan nitong LRA sa pag-ikot-ikot at kagalingan nitong DMC sa pag-ikot-ikot, pinagsama mong dalawa, bingo. Talaga wala tayong patutungan dito. Pag in-entertain natin yung kanilang kabalastugan. No, I'm not gonna accept it.
Attorney Elizalde, have you, did you get the records ready?
Your Honor, I'm having someone look through the records now.
Excuse me?
Pinapahanap ko po, sir.
How long would it take? Kayo pa ba, manual o computerized? Dapat isang pindot na sa computer. Hanapin nyo, search. Nandiyan agad.
Manual po yung...
So kung manual, abutin tayo dito ng siyam-siyam. Gusto mo i-suspend natin para pagbalik sa next hearing, meron ka na nun.
I fervently apologize that we are still looking.
Kaya nga, kung halimbawa, sasabihin mo hindi mahanap-hanap dahil manual pala kayo at kung saan nakalagay na yung dokumentong yon, saan nakabaon. So sa susunod na hearing, may dala ka na.
Yes, Your Honor, we'll do that.
No, we'll wait for you now.
We'll wait.
Sige.
Attorney Elizalde, abogado ka, di ba? Attorney.
Yes,
Alright,
Your Honor.
hindi ka ba sumasang-ayon sa opinion ni Commissioner Nick Dao na hindi na kinakailangan mag-issue ng isa pang writ of execution base sa...
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Kasi nga, babalik naman tayo doon. Sabihin niya, procedure. Pinagbabawal. That's why, para matapos na agad to, ipakita mo yung procedure ninyo na sinasabi mo, wherein it states na kailangan ng second writ.
Alright, Attorney Elizalde, kung i-implement mo yung inisyo ng NLRC ng writ of execution, sa tingin mo ba may kakaso sa'yo? Sino magkakaso sa'yo?
Hindi ko po alam, Your Honor. What you want to
Why
do?
don't you implement motu proprio the issuance of the writ of execution by the NLRC, which has been issued way back 2006 pa, 18 years ago. You did not do anything about it.
Mr. Chair, baka babawiin eh. Baka may babawiin ang DMCI sa kanya.
Bakit? Were you there already in 2006?
I was not a lawyer in 2006, Your Honor.
Oh. Anyway, now that pinag-uusapan natin to, bakit hindi niyo gawin? Meron ng Supreme Court decision.
Will I be granted, sir, just to check the procedure? I am looking for yung sa procedure. If there is any chance that we can follow what you are saying, we will do so. Certainly. Following up dun sa sinabi ni Mr. Chair. So, meron bang labag sa batas? Kung sakali man, meron ganung procedure. Kapag sinunod mo yung original writ na inisyo ng LRC and then going back sa decision ng Supreme Court, kapag sinunod mo, nagmoto proprio ka, meron ka bang violation dun sa procedure, ikaw ay makukulong? Your Honor, alamin ko muna. I really need to see the document that we have there first so I can make
You should have come here prepared already. You knew that we were going to have a hearing. Last year, during our last hearing, sinabi ko, January 24, mag-hearing tayo. Oh, you're trying to delay the proceedings here.
So, ilang minuto na? I think 50 minutes na. Wala pa rin yung procedure.
Marami pang mga resource persons na pwede tanungin dito.
Where's the procedure? Hindi pa po nagre-reply yung tinawagan ko sa office. You see, Mr. Chair? Gumamit ka kasi ng procedure. Ngayon, corner kita, nakahong kita. Sige, palusot pa more. Kala mo, malusutan mo kami.